Dear students, this is the continued part of the ray optics. Today we will start the optical instruments. So where we will study the microscope, compound microscope, telescope. Okay, so we'll see one by one. The first one, the microscope. See, this is the ray diagram of the microscope, simple microscope. And see the first point, this is about simple microscope. And see, I have written image at near point. I'll explain why I have written this one. Okay, see, this is the ray diagram, and this is a convex lens. Okay, a single convex lens, it is acts as a simple microscope. So why do you use the microscope? To see the magnified image of the tiny object. ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಡಿವೈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಕರಿತೇವ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪು, ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪು. ಬಯಾಲಜಿ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ರೇಟರಿನೆಲ್ಲ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪು. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಮೇ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಫೈಯರ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಕಾನ್ವೆಕ್ಸ್ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಫೋಕಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್. Okay, so why I use the word of very small focal length. Okay, see the ray diagram. So this is the object which you wanted to see. It's a magnified image. So ಸಣ್ಣ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಇದ್ರ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಫೈಡ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವ, ಈ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಮೀಪ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊತೇವ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ must be lesser than its focal length. For example, I say this is the focal length of that body. If it is a focal length, the object is in between F and O. Was the O optic center? Whenever the object is in between F and O, where may be the image? The image forms on the same side of the lens, and that will be erect and magnified image. So I wanted to see the erect image of this tiny object. The erect magnified image of the tiny object. That's why we have to keep the lens in such a way that the object must be at a length lesser than its focal length. And see the ray diagram, I have drawn a line which is passing through optic center, and we know the line which is passing through the optic center, it doesn't undergo the refraction or deviation, it passes directly. And see, there's a one more line that is parallel to the principal axis, so that's why it has to pass through the F, right? And if I extend it backward, so they will meet somewhere here, and that meeting point is nothing but the image point. At that point the image forms, and this is the image of this one. And see, what about the size? It is enlarged. Okay, and see the explanation. A simple microscope is a converging lens of small focal length. Okay, a tiny object to be seen is placed between the lens and its principal focus. Okay, we did the same thing here. We kept it between optic center and principal axis. Okay, whenever the object is in between F and optic center, it gives a magnified erect virtual image on the same side of lens. Yes, the eye is positioned close to the lens on the other side. Okay, so eye ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ, ನಾವು ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋರು ಈ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸಮೀಪಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಐ ಇಡಬೇಕಾ, ಅವ ನಮ್ಗೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಫೈಡ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದ. ಸೊ the entire adjustment is just to get the erect magnified image at the near point. I think this is a new word for you, near point. So for all eye there will be a near point. So near point andre near point is the closest distance of object at which the object appears clearly. For example, if you hold a book or a paper closer to your eye, very close to your eye, you can't read the paper. So if you kept at a particular distance only, you can see the clear words on that paper. Okay, so the minimum distance is 25 centimeter for a healthy eye, right? Okay, if you kept at 25 centimeter, you can observe it clearly. So our entire adjustment, whenever the object is between F and O, and we have to keep the eye in such a way that the image should form at 25 centimeter from our eyes, so that it can appear very clear, right? Okay, if so we can get the magnified image of that tiny object, and we have to check was the magnification of that instrument. Okay, it means was the size of image with respect to size of object. So to calculate that one, so we have a formula, m is equal to v by u for convex lens, v by u, and I keep v as it is, and it is 1 by u. Okay, equal to, so v as it is, instead of 1 by u, I use this formula. Was a formula 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u is a length formula. I want 1 by u, take this side and f become negative, 1 by v minus 1 by f. So I replace this 1 by u, I replace this 1 by u by 1 by u by this equation 1 by v minus 1 by f. Okay, right. So instead of 1 by I have written 1 by v minus 1 by f because of this one. Is it right? Okay, so next v into 1 by v, that is v by v, and 1 by v into 1 minus f, that is v by f. So v by v is 1 and minus v by f. Okay, and where the image is formed, I am saying you, I was explaining you that the image should be at the near point, means at 25 centimeter. For the near point we give the symbol d. So v is equal to d, because of the sign convention this is negative, and 1 minus of d, this become plus 1 divided by m plus 1, m is equal to 1 plus d by f. See here, this is the diagram. So where the image formed on the same side of the lens which is taken to be negative, and it is at near point, so its symbol is v. Okay, and it is and see, when the image forms at near point, so at this adjustment, so that is when we kept the eye near the lens and the image is at the d distance, means the near point. Okay, but it causes some strain on the eye. So we want to see for a longer time. So if you want to see for a longer time, the image must be at a relaxed position. So to get the relaxed position, we try to focus the image at infinite distance. So here what we did, we adjusted the image at the near point, but it causes some strain on the eye. So to overcome that one, so we can adjust the image at the infinite distance, so that will be the relaxed eye position. So the ray diagram for this concept, so this is here. So whenever you want to get the image at infinite distance, what should be the position of object? So we know the object must be at f. Then the image forms at infinity. Here the line is passing through O, and our line is parallel to the principal axis. It is passing through F, and they never meet if we extended the backward. So we say they meet somewhere at infinite distance. So image is at infinity. Okay, so in this case also we have to calculate the magnification. And here we use the term angular magnification. Was angular magnification? So was a linear magnification is the size of image to the size of object, and usually we take the height of image divided by height of object. If you want to get the angular magnification, you should take the angular concept. So instead of taking the height with a linear distance, instead of that we are taking the angle subtended by the image divided by angle subtended by the object. This is called angular magnification. I have written this. Angular magnification is the ratio of angle subtended by the image to that of the object. Is it clear? Okay, so here we should get the value of theta I first and theta naught. Then it is possible to get the magnification of the simple microscope at relaxed eye position. Why I am saying the relaxed eye position? Because the image is formed at a larger distance, about at infinity, so that we can see the image without stress at the relaxed eye condition. Okay, and see now, to get the value of the magnification, so first we have to get theta I and theta naught. First we kept the object at a particular distance, and from eye it may appear clearly at 25 centimeter at the near point. So we kept it at a near point, and its height is h. So I can calculate this theta naught. So that is tan theta naught is equal to h by d. Okay, for a very small angle, so we neglect the trigonometric term and we take only the theta. So that is theta naught equal to h by d. Was the h the size of object? Was the d is the distance of clear view, or you can say near point. Okay, then when the image is, now the object is appearing clearly at a distance d, and we are getting its image at a large distance v. So then the tan theta I is equal to, h dash divided by minus v. Actually what's the formula for tan theta I? So this is the distance of the image and the height of image h dash and the distance. Okay, we don't know what's this distance. I take this is v, and tan theta is equal to h dash divided by v. Because of the sign convention we are checking the negative value. Okay, then theta is equal to minus h by v. Okay, here h dash by v. So instead of taking the h dash, we write the term in terms of h. So we know the magnification equal to h dash by h. If I want to what level of h dash is equal to this h, this side, h into v by u. Now I replace the h dash by h into v by u. So I'll write h as it is and v by u as it is and this v as it is, like this. Okay, so instead of h dash I have written it here. So this is the h dash value and this is v in the denominator as it is with the negative sign. Now v cancel and theta I is equal to minus h by u. Minus h by u. This is theta I and this is theta naught. I want the magnification now. So the magnification is m is equal to theta I by theta naught. So minus h by u. Okay, and h by d. Right. So this is h cancels and the equation is minus d by u. So this is the magnification of a simple microscope when the image forms at infinity. Okay, when the image forms at infinity. Okay, instead of writing u, I will write f, and because of sign convention this is negative. M is equal to minus of d and u is minus of minus cancel. So m is equal to d by f. So this is the magnification of a simple microscope in relaxed eye situation. Is it clear? Okay, and the second one, compound microscope. It consists of two lenses, two convex lenses, first one and second one. Okay, and they are connected at the end of a tube. They are connected coaxially at the end of a metallic tube. Okay, and the lens which we use here, so this will be closer to the object and we usually call it as a object lens. We call it as a object lens. The lens which is nearest to the object is object lens. And we are having one more convex lens of larger focal length compared to this one, larger aperture compared to this one, and this is called the eyepiece. The small object AB, I call its name is AB. The small object AB, which you want to see its clear image, its magnified image, so that has to be placed slightly beyond the f0. So here was the f0. F0 is a focal length of object lens, and we took a lens whose aperture is lesser and focal length is very small. Okay, so we use it as a objective lens. And for the eyepiece, it is comparatively its focal length is more, comparatively its aperture is very large. Okay, the object to be seen is kept just beyond the principal focus of this lens. Okay, whenever the object is just beyond the f, the image forms on other side. The image forms on other side of that lens. Okay, see here, this is the ray diagram. It is passing undividedly and this is passing parallelly, so it has to pass through the f0. So the image forms here, and I call its name is a dash and b dash is the image of the object lens. Is it clear? And see here we are having one more lens which is called eyepiece. This is eyepiece, right? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದ eyepiece ಗೆ ಇದು object ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದ. Now a dash b dash is acting like an object for the second lens, and we have to adjust the eyepiece. That a dash b dash lies within its focal length fe. So for example its focal length is 20 centimeter. So if I kept it here, so the image forms from here to here, it will be 25. So you can't see the image. So now I will bring it closer to this one. So you can adjust the eyepiece in that microscope. So na ivaga samip ತಗೊಂತ ಬರ್ತೇನಾ. So ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೋತೇವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ finally here from here to here it is 25. From here to here it is 25. So the object is in between 25 centimeter. What 25? It is the focal length of this lens. So now the object is between the principal focus and optic center. So that's why the image forms on the same side of the lens, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವರ್ಚುವಲ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. ಇದು ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತದನೋ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಈ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಬರ್ತದ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಇದು ಎನ್ಲಾರ್ಜ್ಡ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಇರ್ತದ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ವ್ಯೂಡ್ ಬೈ ಅವರ್ ಐ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, so yeah, so what happened now? First, this objective lens gave the magnified image a dash b dash, and the a dash b dash is formed in front of the eyepiece within its focal length. As a result, again there will be the magnified image a double dash and b double dash, b double dash on the same side of this lens. Is it clear? And see here also we have two options. So we can get the image at the near point as a clear view, and we can get the image at the infinite distance for a relaxed eye condition. Okay, and see this thing is constant, this thing will be same, that may be near point image or that may be infinite distance image. Okay, so we can adjust the eyepiece so that we can get the relaxed eye condition, or you can get the stressed eye condition. So when you get a stressed eye, when the image is at d distance near point. When you get a relaxed eye condition, so when the object is formed at infinity, so the adjustment for the near point or at infinite distance, so it will be on the basis of the position of this lens. We can adjust this, we can adjust here. Okay, somehow, so if you adjusted the image at near point, so that is 25 centimeter. So what's the magnification of compound microscope? We know for a combination of lenses, the magnification is equal to m1 into m2 into m3 up to mn if there are a number of lenses. Here there are two lenses, so that's why m is equal to m1 into m2. For the first lens we call the object lens, that's why it is mo, and for the second lens we call it as a eyepiece, so that's why it is me. So total magnification of that entire system is equal to m naught into me. Is it? Okay, next one was a m naught. M naught is equal to, we know the formula, m naught is equal to, or magnification is equal to image distance divided by object distance. Okay, so here where the image is formed, the image of this lens is formed here, and this is at a distance lesser than its focal length, means this is very closer to the second lens. So we take this as the image distance. So the distance between these two is considered to be the image distance of the object lens. So actually it is not exactly equal. We say this is nearly equal. Okay, if so, the image distance become L. And what about the object distance? What is the object distance U? We know we kept it just beyond the f naught. So from here to it is 10 centimeter, here it will be 10.1 centimeter. So we take 10.1 is closer to the 10, so it doesn't give much more difference. Okay, u instead of u I have written f naught, L by f naught. Okay, so this is the magnification of object lens. In the same way, the eyepiece magnification. So here eyepiece means is a larger convex lens, and this is the object, and is kept between a f and its optic center, and it seems like a simple microscope, this part only. So this part it looks like a simple microscope. So that's why we can apply the direct formula of simple microscope for this lens. So if you want to get the image at the near point, we know already have derived in that simple microscope case, that will be m is equal to 1 plus d divided by f. So I have taken that equation directly. So me, it acts like a simple microscope for the stressed eye, it will be 1 plus d by fe. So instead of m equal to m naught by me, I have substituted the value of m naught, I have substituted the value of me, this value. Okay, so finally m is equal to L by f naught and 1 plus d by fe. So this is the magnification of the compound microscope when the image is at a near point. Now we want to get the relaxed eye condition. Relaxed eye condition means the image should form at infinity. Okay, let us see what's the magnification in such a case. When the image is at infinity, relaxed eye case. So again m equal to m naught into me. So m naught it doesn't change. See here, for it may be near point situation or infinite situation. The image may be at near point or infinity. So this will not change. So we have to adjust this one only to get the near point image or the infinite distance image. Okay, so this will be same. So no need to change its m naught value. L by f naught, already I explained you was the L by why it is L by f naught. And next one about the me. Was the me? It is the magnification of this lens. And again the same thing. So I take this is a single lens now. So this is the object and it is by this one. Let it these things. Okay, it is the object and here it is the lens. So again it acts like a simple microscope, and we know the condition for a simple we know the magnification equation in case of simple microscope for the relaxed eye condition, that is d by fe. Already I derived it, so directly borrow these things. So m equal to m naught into me, m naught L by f naught, me, it is d by fe. So this is the magnification of compound microscope, the magnification of compound microscope. Okay, next one is telescope. Okay, see the red diagram. Here it is a convex lens of larger aperture and larger focal length compared to this one. Okay, there is a very small convex lens having lesser focal length and lesser aperture. Okay, and was a telescope, was a need of telescope. So telescope is an optical instrument used to view the enlarged image of distant object. ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಫೈಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಡಿವೈಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ now the object is at infinite distance. Now the object is at infinite distance and the rays from the infinite distance, they are always parallel, and such a parallel rays from the infinite distant object are incidenting on the first lens. What do you call for this lens? So we call it as a object lens, and this is eyepiece. Okay, and the object lens has the larger aperture. So why do you take the larger aperture? So because if the aperture is larger, then the number of rays incidenting on the aperture will be more. If the number of rays incidenting on will be more, obviously the intensity will be more, and the image forms at a principal focus. Whenever the rays are coming from infinite distance, they meet at f. If the large number of rays are incidenting on it and all the rays meet at the same point, so if the number of rays are more, obviously the intensity will be more, and we can get the sharp and brighter image. Okay, for that we are taking the larger aperture. Is it clear? Okay, and see a ray of light is passing through the optic center, so that will be move directly without deviation. And ray of light, so it is undergo the refraction or deviation by the lens, and it forms the image at f, the focal length of object lens. So from here to here it is focal length. Is it? So it has to form it in the focal length only, at the principal focus only, because the rays are from infinite, we know they meet at f only. So that's why the image of this object, which is at larger distance, that forms here. Okay, and see, this is the eyepiece. We should adjust the eyepiece such a way that its principal focus and its principal focus, they should coincide at a point. Okay, for example, its principal focus is 200 centimeter. Its focal length is 200 centimeter. So the image forms it here. Okay, and its focal length is 20 centimeter. So at this time we have to keep the eyepiece at a distance 20 centimeter from the image formation position. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆನ್ಸಿಂದ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇದು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಕಡೆ ತೊಗೊಂತ ಹೋದ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಹಾಕೋದು ಹೋಗ್ತದ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೆನ್ಸ್, ಈ ಕಡೆ ತೊಗೊಂಬಂದ ಸಮೀಪ ಹಾಕೋದು ಹೋಗ್ತದ. ಸೊ ನಾ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ, ಈ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಇಮೇಜ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದನೋ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫೋಕಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್ 20 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ 20 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ದಾಗ ಈ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇದ್ರ ಫೋಕಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್ 10 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಇತ್ತಾ, 10 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ದಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ದಾಗ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲತ್ತದ? ಸೊ ದ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಸಚ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಐ ಪೀಸ್, ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಕೋ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದೋಸ್ ಟು. This is f naught here to here, and this is fe. So fe, focal principal focus of this lens, principal focus of this lens, focal length of this lens, focal length of this lens. So now I want to get the length of this telescope. The length of the telescope is nothing but f naught plus fe. F naught plus fe, that will give the length of the telescope. Okay, so when the light from the distant object, enter the objective lens, and an image is formed in the tube. There is a tube. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಏನದ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅದ. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಆಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಎಫ್ ನಾಟ್. ಈ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಫೋಕಸಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಯಿತಾ. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಸಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಲೆನ್ಸ್, ದ ಸಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೊ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಎಫ್ ನಾಟ್ principal focus of object lens, FE principal focus of eyepiece, they should coincide. Okay, so then see for this lens, the image of this, it acts like an object for this one. And for this lens, where is the object is at F is focal length. Then where should be the image should form at infinite distance, somewhere here at infinite distance. Is it clear? Okay, now I want to calculate the magnifying power of telescope. Okay, so what's the magnifying power formula? So magnifying power is equal to magnifying power of object lens and magnifying power of eyepiece lens, right? And for m naught, so from where was the distance of object? So object distance is very large. Okay, the formula is V by U. I call the object distance is very large distance. So if it is of about infinity. Okay, what about the V? Where the image formed? Here. And what about its distance? This is from here to here. This is F naught. Is it? Now I want to calculate the ME, magnifying power of eyepiece. So again the formula V by U. So for eyepiece, where is the object? Object is here. So what's the distance? So this is focal length. I call this its object distance is FE. And what about its image formed somewhere at a larger distance. I call infinity. So m is equal to m naught into ME, m naught value F naught divided by the larger distance into image divided by object distance. This is larger distance divided by FE. Okay, and with the negative sign. Now this one cancel, and m is equal to so we should not forget the sign convention. V is F naught, where the image formed here. And what about the object here? This is with the negative sign. Okay, this is with the negative sign. And here the object and image both are in this same side, and both U value and V value both are negative here. So negative cancel. So this is positive term and this is negative term, and larger term cancel. So with the negative sign, F naught divided by FE. So here this negative sign is here, and it's negative cancelled. Okay, F naught divided by FE, larger distance they cancel. So this is the magnification of the telescope. This is the final answer. Okay, and see here we're having one more type of the telescope, which is called the reflecting telescope. And reflecting telescope, to increase the magnifying power. Okay, see here I want to increase the magnifying power of this telescope. So what are the possibility? So I should increase the value of F naught. Okay, so F naught value should be larger and FE value should be smaller to get the larger magnification of the telescope. Okay, and these are called refracting telescopes. In such a refracting telescope, the object lens must has large aperture to produce the brighter image. But the construction and handling of such a image, the construction and handling of such a lenses is very difficult and it's very costly. Okay, and such a telescopes produces aberrations. Aberrations means some defect of the lens. Okay, to avoid these things, so to overcome these demerits of the refracting telescope, what are the demerits? The handling and construction of the large aperture lenses is very difficult and it is very costly. And the third one, they produces aberration. To overcome all these things, we use the reflecting telescopes. This is the reflecting telescope, and this is also called Cassegrain reflecting telescope. And it is the name of scientist. He invented this telescope. That's why this is Cassegrain reflecting telescope. And here this is the opening. This is the opening of the telescope, here to here. It is opening of a telescope, and the rays are entering parallelly from the distant object. From the distant object, the rays are coming parallelly, and those parallel rays enter the telescope. Enter the telescope. See here, this line and this ray and this ray. I have taken two rays, and it consists of a concave mirror. It consists of a concave mirror, and the rays from the distant object incident on the mirror. I call this mirror as A. From here to here, this is a mirror. This is, its name is A, and it has a hole at its center. It has a hole at its center. Okay, rays from the infinite distance, they incident parallelly on the concave mirror A. What happens? As a result of that, they converges at the principal focus of this A lens. And we construct, we arrange such a way that there is a one more convex mirror. There is a one more convex mirror that is situated at the principal focus of the first mirror. A ದಿಂದ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ರೇಸು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಫೋಕಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವೆ. ಇದು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಯಾವುದ್ರದ್ದು? ಎ ಥರದ್ದು. ಇವಾಗ ಎ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದನೋ ಆ ಜಾಗದಾಗ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಮಿರರ್ ಇಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾವ ಮಿರರ್ ಅದು? ಕಾನ್ವೆಕ್ಸ್ ಮಿರರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ರೇಸ್ ಬಿದ್ವಾ, ಇವು ಪ್ಯಾರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾವ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಐ ಪೀಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Is it? Okay, why do you call the reflecting telescope? Because here we are using the mirror and we are getting the magnified image as a result of two reflections. But ಮೊದಲ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತಾ, we were using, we are getting the image as a result of the refraction of two lenses. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ refraction ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ refraction image ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, and here is entire due to the reflection. Is it? Okay, this is called reflecting telescope. Okay, with this point we have completed the theoretical part of this topic, ray optics and optical instrument. Okay, in the next class we will solve some numerical problems on this topic. Thank you.